solid too.
You're not scared. All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we want to give all praise, glory, and honor unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Ba'adash.
double honor unto our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone, who still rule well. Peace and blessing, house of David the elect, man. Beginning with the 140 and 4,000. All right, as well as other hopeful elect. Certain friends of the prophets helps. Those you out there that support this ministry. Certain secret disciples. Whoever you may be out there, the Lord sees your good works. He sees you follow this truth, even when it's unpopular. All right, and we're approaching the time it's going to be very unpopular. We're approaching the final exam. Just something in the spirit. Spirit had Spirit gave this topic. To two of the elder brothers. And pretty much we're all going to be affected. Think about it. You Israelite camps out there, primarily your leadership. You pretty much want to demonize us for speaking about the charagma. You know what I'm saying? Because you want Israel to be out here living their best lives, But the thing about it, when we speak about this, we know that we're going to be affected. We're not just talking about something that's going to affect you. Prophecy is going to affect everyone. Even our personal situations, man. The Heavenly Father, He's not a respecter of persons. So this is going to show who are His true worshipers, man.
Yeah. This is Acts 14-22, confirming the souls of the disciples.
Confirming meaning to make steadfast. Like King David said in the Psalms, my heart is fixed. So, when it comes to the doctrine of Yahushua, our minds should be made up, man. The brother was quoting, Jake using the London accent earlier, like the Akim and GMS London. Some they'll say, man, it is what it is and it is what it ain't. The Heavenly Father is yea or nay. So, with the doctrine of Yahushua, you're supposed to be rooted. Be rooted in the faith, Yeah, bro.
Come. Going back into Acts 14-22, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of the Most High.
Can you get the word tribulation?
Come. So just that word tribulation in the blue letter, in the Greek.
G2347. Thlipsis.
Right. Thlipsis, it says a pressing together, pressure, metaphorically, oppression, affliction, distress, or straits.
Yeah, to quote the elder brother Michael Allah, Deacon Michael Allah from GMS Dallas, he speaks about how we're approaching a time of uncertainty. Even now, you got people stressing out because they're losing their jobs or they don't have enough to afford daily necessities. This is the beginning of the pressure. But how much more so when they remove everything, bro? Prepare to lose it all. Let's quote you. You gotta lose it all to gain it all, man. This is what we've been called into. Read it again one more time.
I got you, bro.
And you can break it down.
Come. This Acts 14-22 said, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith.
The exhorting is like pep talk. You think about the coach, giving you that right, the right words, that locker room talk, so you can go out and win, man. So that's what Yahushua is doing with us. His men. Your soldiers are Yahushua. So this is a part of the mission. We're here really on a mission, man. This is a mission / business trip. And the Heavenly Father brought us to to the Americas, primarily Babylon the Great. You woke up to this truth at your appointed time for this business trip, man. To the kingdom, You got it.
All right, can I say this?
Yep.
So that's when you come to truth, you got to count the cost. Cause you're gonna lose some, you're gonna win. So that's the thing about being the truth. You're gonna lose more than you win.
That's right, bro.
Same time though, Lord gonna give you 100 times more.
And we can get that too.
That's what I'm saying. So, but you're gonna lose more being the truth because you've been hated. You sacrifice a lot of stuff for the Lord though. Guess what? Lord said you gonna be 10 times better, but 20 times, whatever. You saying? It's 100 folds, and so, but it's okay to be not the hottest motherfucker in the world, not the big this and that though. And they Lord gonna bless you. So that's the thing that people understand about coming to truth. Think about it. Become true. You gotta think about it. You're gonna lose, but think about what you're gonna get
That's it.
on the back end. It's all about the back end though.
Yeah.
The back end is gonna get you what you want though. But you go ahead, bro.
Hey, can I back you up? Can I back you up? Hey, give Revelation 3 and 10.
I got that word for you too.
Revelation, hey, it's gonna support what you're saying.
Yeah.
You're right, you're gonna lose, but you have to pass the final exam
Yeah.
in order to receive what's on the back end.
Yeah.
If you can get Revelation 3 and 10, I'm gonna pin it.
Bro, that's the spirit God had earlier in 3 and 10. God started verse 8 and skipped down
No,
to
I
10.
want 10. No, I'm just playing.
Hey, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 3. I'm going to start at verse 8 in the NLT, then we'll skip down to verse 10. It says, I know all things you do, and I have opened a door for you that no one can close. You have little strength.
Can I
yet-
say this? So just to make a point, we have access to Yahweh Shai.
Mm-hmm.
Out of all the people that's on this earth, we have access to Yahweh Shai. Who under the Heavenly Father, he's the most powerful being in the universe, man.
That's the reason why I said I have opened that door.
You know, yeah,
He's the key.
yeah.
Because that strength is talking about what? Your mental strength, which you receive in the spirit.
Yeah.
Back when you was born there.
And no one can close. So it's like when you come to this truth, it's because the Lord had opened you up. And men who fall out, only the Lord closed that door to their opening of being in that truth.
That's right. Because
shut them out.
and to back you up, that's why Yahushua stated that basically no man is able to pluck them out of my hand.
Right.
Because
Right.
Yahweh gave him the keys.
That's right.
And when you go into that term pluck goes into to seize or carry away. And then ultimately it goes into Satan taking you out the truth.
Yeah.
And hand goes into controlling the destinies of men.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
And see,
saying?
he'll open you up on the right hand where you will be in the truth. But if you know what I'm saying, if you're not chosen or of his perfection of who he wants to be of his elect, he'll close that door of truth and open you up to a door of deceit by way allowing Satan to have his way with you.
Right.
That's why Yahweh Shai has to be feared.
That's right.
Right.
All right, back in the scriptures, Revelation 3 and 8, I know all things you do, and I have opened a door for you that no one can close. You
Yeah, he opened up your understanding, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so we know what time we in. We know what the Heavenly Father's getting ready to do, you know, by way of Yahweh Shai. We know that the Charagma is the MOTB, you know,
Which is the final exam.
which is the final exam. You got it.
You have little strength, yet you obey my word and did not deny me. And going to the priest, elder ones, go to verse 10 to follow up with it. Because you have obeyed my command to preserve, I will protect you from the great time of testing that will come upon the whole world.
And then we gotta say something too. It's not to say that you're not about to live through it. Because a lot of you Christians, especially black Christians, you'll read this to say that you're gonna be raptured, you know, before that time.
Right.
No, you gotta live through it.
You gotta go through
You
it.
gotta go through it. What's that one say? You gotta go through it to get to it.
Get to it, yeah.
Because, you know, that shows the power of the Lord when he saves you during that time, not saving you before that time.
Right.
He doesn't get the glory that way, man.
Right. And how you gonna be found worthy if you don't go through something? How you gonna be trusted if you're not gonna withstand the test of time? Meaning withstand the test of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua to prove that you are worthy
Worthy.
of being of his chosen. All right, back in verse 10, I will protect you from the great time of testing that will come upon the whole world to test those who belong to this world.
I jump back to the KJV version. If you want to add something to it?
No.
All right, go back to the KJV.
This is the book of Revelation chapter 3 verse 10 in the KJV. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience.
That's that little strength. That's the little strength. Go ahead.
I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation.
And Yahushua gave us the study guide to pass this final exam.
Yeah.
We have the study guide. We know what to mark, we know what not to mark. Right? Go ahead.
Which shall come upon all the world
Mm-hmm.
to try them that dwell upon the earth.
And what's going to be tried is your faith and your fear in Yahweh Shem Shai. Continue.
Right. Verse 11. Behold, I will come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown.
Right, and when you go into that term, your crown is going into eternal blessedness. So like Captain Natazwan is basically saying, you know, hey, you can't worry about the back end. You know, because right now it's all about the here and now. We supposed to lose everything on this side because we have so much more in the kingdom. But the reason why I wanted these precepts out, because when you go into final exam, final goes into like last.
Right.
Right? Right. Final goes into last, and exam goes into testing of knowledge. So this is the last encounter of what our knowledge is going to be tested with.
Yeah.
Is by passing the exam.
And before all that, what they give you like pop quizzes, where you supposed to be paying attention, which is taking heed, taking notes, you know, preparing yourself for the unexpected. Because you might be taking notes, you know what I'm saying, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But hell, Thursday evening, you might get a pop quiz. Okay, let's see what y'all done learned. You know, so it's all about constantly being in the spirit, man. Just like it would be in the world, just paying attention to what's going on, so you'll be prepared for whatever's to come.
I got that definition for you, bro.
And the bun always say, stay ready.
So you don't have to get
What you saying, brother? Stay ready.
So you have to get ready.
You gotta get ready.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what it is. But like you're saying though,
That's it.
stay in the spirit though. Go ahead.
Real quick, I just got that definition for final. Before I went into it, it says final refers to the last, concluding, or ultimate stage of a series, process, or in sports, a deciding match. It signifies something conclusive, unchangeable, or absolute.
That's the Quran month. The time frame of the Quran month. Because exam goes into to test the knowledge, meaning what our faith in Yahweh Shem Shai. So this is the last event that where our trial is gonna be tested. And like Elder Bun said on the highways this past Friday, you only get 60 minutes to take. You only get 60 minutes
That's
to
it.
take that final examination, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It all makes sense.
And then when you go into it, educational, it said educational wise, it says a final, a comprehensive examination. And when you go into legal, it says a final decree or judgment indicating no further appeal. And this is it. Because Esau, he's on trial. You know, and after this, Esau gets no further appeal. You know, this is going to be the last judgment on Esau, the heathens, because they'll never come into power again. Because they've been given a chance. They done pretty much their rulership was them pleading their case. So Esau's rulership is him pleading his case, and he's found unworthy. So this is going to be that final judgment. This is the last judgment that's going to remove Esau and these heathens from power forever and put us in power forever. And that's the final decision, because ain't no more change in rulership after this.
That's right.
This the most our final decision.
Like I said, the scripture go to the Lord got an inquisition before Esau, you know, which goes like an inquiry or investigation. But think about all these witnesses you got against Edom right now.
Yeah.
The southern king, the northern king, the nation of Israel, that third witness.
Yeah.
You know, going to the, these whistleblowers, these truthers.
And what the law said about with 2 or 3 witnesses, you can be what? You can be put to death.
Hey, the brother had said it said absolute. And when you go into etymology, absolute goes into to set free, acquit, complete, bring to an end, make separate. You know, so it's gonna be order reestablished on the earth. It's gonna be separated. Esau will no longer be the power. Israel gonna be set in their righteous order. You know what I'm saying? As far as and to complete and bring to an end was what? His rulership. This rulership, the world, Job 9:24. The earth that was given to the hands of the wicked is going to be retracted. It's going to be taken away. And it's going to be given to Yahweh Shai. And the earth is going to be ruled in righteousness. You know?
And it's absolute that that we will, Lord willing, with the hopeful elect pass that exam. It's absolute.
Yeah, because it's predestined.
Yeah.
You know, it's already written. We just have to live through it.
And that sure word of prophecy.
Yes,
That's it, bro. Man.
Yeah, so,
You know how you go into what the elder brother Mike Allah said in Dallas? Like it's gonna be like a great vibration of uncertainty out here. Just to band that up in Luke 21 and jump to 25. Yahushua gave us like a spiritual gameplay of what to be expected within these end times. It says right here that there should be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexities. And the word perplexity goes into like the inability to understand something that's very complicated.
Confused.
Yeah, you're confused, you know? So a lot of people bamboozled right now because they can't spiritually pinpoint these signs of the times.
They don't got the study guide.
Exactly.
Yahushua didn't give them the study guide, so 2/3 on this side is not going to pass the exam. The non-elect outside who will be taking the test as well, they're not going to pass the exam.
Yeah.
Because right now, people can't even deal with reality. They can't even watch this like news because they say it's too negative.
Yeah.
Right.
So how much more when all hell really breaks loose? You know?
You're right, bro.
And the Lord tried to give people the study guide by way of the prophets. He stretched forth his hand to hand you that study guide sheet. But you ain't paying attention. You know, like scriptures go like they showed their hands. You know what I'm saying? So they didn't want the study guide.
And we know where the testing center is going to be at. We know what time it's going to be at. In the spirit, how do we know? Because of the prophecies.
Yeah.
You know, we're watching. So that's how we know what testing center to report to and what to study for on this study exam.
why was they rehearse the righteous acts?
Mm-hmm.
You know, because just like now, you see these military drills that they're doing, where they're rehearsing real time what they finna get ready to do. So they constantly having these drills, and it's a spirit that Russia and China, Iran, they just did their 7th joint military drill, which goes into completion. You know, which put them right there beside American Navy. So just as everybody rehearsing their role, scoffers, they rehearsing their part. The military's rehearsing their part, the prophets rehearsing their part, the church rehearsing their part. So everybody rehearsing, because when the Most High unleash it, that's gonna be live. Everything gonna be live then. Yeah. Now your decision gonna get you killed. Right now your decision get you rebuked. You know, you might get a counsel, you might get a phone call. But now your decision, you out of there. Ain't no starting game over, ain't no more men. You know, it's over. You know, you got it, bro.
Was they on there, bro? Yeah.
Yeah, Allah has something for you.
This is our point. This is Romans chapter 15, verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
Yeah, case in point, you go back to the time of our forefathers. But if you read the book of Daniel, when all the kingdoms at that time were called to worship the idol in Babylon, that King Nebuchadnezzar had set up. You know, we had an example in our forefathers such as Azariah, Mishael, and Hananiah. They didn't bow to that golden image that Nebuchadnezzar set up. You know, in today's time, that golden image is like unto the Quran. That's the new age idolatry, man. You know, because now they want to put the idol in you. You know, so I mean, and dealing with the test, which is meditating on some, you know, as the Elder Bible was speaking. You know, in a sense, you could say this is open book because we're watching the prophecy like as we're You know what I'm saying? It's like the Lord made it easy.
That's right.
You know?
It say Revelation filled chapter how the books were open.
Yeah.
You know, it goes.
That's right.
Yeah. You know?
And he said, I'm going to leave you comfortless. So he gave us
Yeah.
the comfort.
It was comfort.
So this is an open book final exam test.
I got a quick
Lord,
one.
beautiful, man.
I got a quick
These niggas still gonna fail.
Yeah. So he's a caveman dude.
Hey, this gonna pretty much back on what the elder priest Yash was saying, man. You know how everybody, you know, rehearsing or going through their acts, man, or what they supposed to do. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 33, in the NLT. We may throw the dice, but the Lord determines how they fall.
Oh, because say KJV, the lot is cast to the lap, but the whole disposing thereof is of the Lord. So whatever's gonna happen, the decision was already made by Yahweh Shem Shai in the beginning. What some Elder Z said a while back, like, you know, tomorrow is already written out in the spirit world. But that's why it's scary. It's seriously scary, man. But as long as we, what Apostle Gabar say all the time, as long as we stay buried in the scriptures, you know, we okay.
But what makes sense though is how did John the Revelator, how was he able to see the destruction, you know, the microchip in Revelation 18 chapter, right? How was Daniel able to see Yahweh Shai going towards Yahweh if it hasn't been written already?
It was written already.
You know, and something that I've experienced and it's truth and I've learned. Like you said, on earth as it is in heaven. That's talking about the kingdom being brought to this on earth. Like it's a reflection of it. The kingdom on earth is going to be a reflection of the spirit world. But also, the Most High already has our reality that we're about to experience. It's already been written in the spirit world. It's almost like it already exists in the spirit world, and it hadn't manifested on earth yet.
Yeah.
It's like, you know.
No, I just said just allowing back in the Elder Bayou when John saw the Charagma, Revelation 13, like it was already like the Lord already had that set.
Yeah, it's almost like it already happened in a parallel universe, in the spirit world.
Yeah, they dealing with
Yeah.
Because you think about it, it's like being able to go from dimensions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
what Elder Barnes saying, he was in a different fucking dimension.
'Cause
So it had to happen.
It was like you was in another reality while it was happening, and it's like I was talking to another brother. He was like, it is happening. It didn't manifest here yet.
It's like the movie.
It's future, yeah.
You know?
Brothers go into always saying it's the Most High's movie. Well, the movie, before it actually hit the theaters, is written. So in order for it to be written, the person plays the particular scripts and people through their minds of how it's gonna play out. So it's already there. So once you figure that out and get your whole platform of it, you get your casting.
You know what
And
I
you
mean?
put your people in.
Just a bad year, because the Most High give us what? These visions, they're like trailers to this movie.
That's it. Done.
You know?
And it's like the reality is now catching up with the spirit realm.
Yeah.
You know, because you know how
Yeah, that's
you,
right,
because you know how we can be screaming a fight, but the actual fight might be 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah.
in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Done.
So now reality is catching up
Yeah.
with the spiritual realm now.
Because if I'm not mistaken, isn't there a movie premiere?
Mhm.
So like the actors who played in the movie, they get the premiere,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then the rest
yeah,
of the world
yeah,
sees it.
yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So the Most High showed the prophets the premiere. Then the rest of the world gonna experience it.
Yeah, like you said, he dealing with Masha, you know, Moses, when he was instructed how to build a tabernacle, he had to follow the exact blueprint.
Verbatim.
Because the Heavenly Father was real precise. He had to follow it exactly according to the pattern what was show him in the mount, which Apostle Tahar, he said in the spirit, like that would have to be, you know, a chariot, you know, but you know, the priesthood, like we have, that we're, especially like we coming into now, you know, it's really established in the heavens already, you know, by the order of Melchizedek, you know, but hey, you know, our kingdom is coming, man, you know what I'm saying? So what you see happening on earth in our reality is really already mirrored to what the Heavenly Father already had established, man.
That's why you say you're declaring the end from the beginning. That all this counts as sin.
I got a precept, this is Sirach 10 and 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and rich got by deceit, the kingdom be translated from one people to another.
So there's a translation. Go ahead, bro.
No, you got it.
No, the kingdom is like there's a shift going on.
We can feel it, man.
You can feel it, man.
You can see it.
And yeah, you can feel it, you can see it. But no, what were you gonna say though, bro?
No, I'm best saying anytime, but y'all, you see this Esau shit is done. It's over.
And they know.
And they know it though. Look, and they know it in their spirit, like it's gone. It hurt. But you know, they fighting. They trying to fight, keep this bullshit up, but you can't. And so they got like what's the expiration that we talking about? Expiration date. It's over, and they feel it, and they trying their best to keep it up. I'm gonna do this and pay it up. No, but one thing I heard about though, the abortion shit situation though. Even my women are aborting kids. They trying to start abortion because they're not making babies. So they're trying to start the abortion. That's what it is. They're trying to start the abortion because they're not making kids. So that's what it is. Though at the same time, that's a law doing, but they want the shit to continue, but it's not gonna continue.
Yeah. So like, bro, can you call a scripture out in the chapter and verse again?
It's 10 and 18.
It's Sirach 10 and 8. You want me to read it over?
No, you good, bro.
I got a precept for the brothers too. You talking about how everything here is already happened in the spirit realm. This is Matthew 22, starting at verse 8. It says, Then saith he to his servants, the wedding is ready, but they which are bidden are not worthy. So I like the Quan was going into how everything that's in the spirit realm is already set. The earth is just catching up. So like when you have a wedding, before the actual wedding, with everything from the actual ceremony to the reception, all that's already prepared and is ready. The actual event just haven't taken place yet.
Right.
And it's kind of, you know, again when brother was speaking on that point. Verse 9, it says, Go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as ye find, be it to the marriage.
Can I say something too? Also, this teaches us to have patience. Because when the Heavenly Father do his thing, man, you know, that's what his Great Spirit was all about. Like you being built up in the Spirit to withstand in that time. For the Lord to have it written in Revelation 6, like toward the end, for the great day of the Lord's wrath has come, who shall be able to stand? That show you how bad it's about to be.
Yeah, yeah.
You know how drastic you gonna see the change in the society, man. You know.
Hey, and as the brother bring it out, you know, before, you know, the wedding is getting prepared, set up, you know what I'm saying? But before that, you have the rehearsals. People, you know what I'm saying, going, making sure they get everything straight. So when the wedding is actually presented and ready, you know what I'm saying, there's no flaws. But that goes into the prophets, man, and the servants, y'all about to brother brought it out, I forget who it was, but rehearsing the righteous acts. Yep. So that rehearsal, you know what I'm saying, we're doing it, making sure that so when the ceremony is actually ready, that there's gonna be no flaws. We're gonna be just ready, man. We're gonna go through it with no kind of stumbles or nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be perfect.
And this is all rehearsal. Even us doing these, you know, weekly and daily videos, sit downs, fellowship, your prayers, you know, particular diets, fasting. That's all a part of that rehearsal, man. You know.
And it says, verse 10. It says, So those servants went into the highways and the byway to the house, like the servants went to the highways and gathered together, and all as many as they found, both bad and good, and the wedding was furnished with guests. But that verse 9 where it says, Go ye therefore to the highways and the byways, and as many as you find be to the marriage, brought me back into the mindset what you were saying earlier about exalting, because the Lord is urging us to take certain actions and be in obedience. So I've looked that word up. I said exhort in the Bible. I just typed into Google. It says in the Bible, exhort means to strongly urge and encourage someone to take action specifically towards spiritual growth.
Yeah, because like you said, it's a sense of urgency. Case in point, when Noah was, you know, commanded by the Heavenly Father Yahweh to build an ark, and they even showed you in a glimpse. If you watch the movie Noah, you know, they got, you know, a lot of falsehoods in it, but like to take from what you got from the movie, if you saw it, pretty much you saw the flood before it happened. Like the Lord gave him a glimpse, like, you know, the Lord showed him in the spirit that the Lord was gonna flood the earth. That's why he was so adamant on building the ark, man. So same thing with us. When we open the oracle, when you open up the book, you saw it. You know, we see it, man.
Hey, and that goes to the fear of the Lord at the beginning of wisdom. Because, like you say, the Lord showed that this great flood was going to be happening. And he feared the Lord and believed so much that he was wise to follow instruction. You know, so he could begin to build an ark. So it's wise to follow instruction, y'all, about Shimmy outside.
Hey, but you really think about it, like the flood, when it happened. I mean, you sit there and think about when it happened.
Because that was the first death.
Yeah.
And
That's tough.
It's paramount the right word, but 2 Peter 3, it goes into like that first death. And what Captain Natazwan was saying, Elder Tazwan was saying, can you imagine the fucking, like the flood? Because it was so grand that it split the earth into 7 continents. You see? All right, go ahead, bro.
That's a bad y'all up. This is Hebrews 11:7. By faith, Noah, being warned of the Most High, a vision, right? Things not seen as yet, moved with fear, prepared an ark to the saving of his house, by the which he condemned the world and became heir of righteousness, which is by faith.
And it shows you house is not talking about the building. This is progeny, you know, everything that belongs to him. But he moved with fear.
And that's what it is though. And a lot of people like fear. The world moving, no fear of the Lord though. You know why? People do shit. Oh, it's fine. They no fear, so that the people do a lot of shit and they ain't get judged by it. That's how Esau feel though. They ain't been judged though.
Mm-hmm.
They don't fear. They think everything good though. And when the Lord done what He done in the flood, but you know I watched that movie. I watched the movie. Y'all seen the movie? The flood, Noah, but the water come through the goddamn ground. They came to the ground.
What they call them, glaciers?
Yes.
Shoot up through the ground.
Boom. I watch the movie though. Man, that water come to the
What's his
ground.
name? Russell?
Yeah, Russell
Russell
Crowe.
Crowe.
Russell was worth watching.
Yeah.
Come on, I watch everything. I watch everything though.
So the scripture say the Lord opened up the windows of heaven, so He was sending water from space.
In ground, bro.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
Bro, you gotta get man. And you see it. They should rush. Boom. And flood the whole thing.
Broken up from the deep.
Yeah, but something like and
That's
people.
it. Now, what did you say it again, bro?
It's broken up from the deep.
That's him open up them windows.
Mm.
You know, because Esau, you know, we don't know that, you know, we don't know how it happened.
Yeah.
But it makes sense it came from, you know,
Yeah.
the heavens.
Yeah. You know the Hollywood theatrics.
Yeah,
You know.
because think about it. Back in the day, it was only dew,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, keeping the vegetation going.
Oh.
So what else could have made sense if the Most High did not open up the
He
window?
opened the windows of heaven.
You know?
So I'm saying, but let's say
The bottom out on it.
yeah. But I'm just imagine like when y'all when it's hit.
And then, I'm sorry, go ahead. Finish what
And
you're
imagine when the fire hit.
Never been experienced, so it's gonna be.
I got two.
It's done. Yeah, I'm done, y'all. I'm done, y'all. I'm done. Go ahead.
That sounds
I'm
weird.
done.
These precepts are one.
This is Revelation chapter 8 and verse 13. And I beheld and heard an angel flying through the midst of heaven, saying with a loud voice, Woe, woe, woe to the inhabitants of the earth, by reason of the other voices of the trumpet of the three angels which are yet to sound.
Yeah, those three world wars, man. And well, I can say the second war is past. Behold, the third war cometh quickly. We in that time.
That's right.
Mm.
And then when it
Yeah.
said, which are yet to sound, going to y'all point on how y'all was forecasting things are already written.
It's already.
It's already written. It says the three angels which are yet to sound. So
Right.
everything's already going to play out according to.
Right.
And then the scripture says Revelation, the name of the book of Revelation.
Yeah.
So the Most High is revealing to John,
Right.
like this already, the movie already played out
Right.
in the spirit world. We just, like I said, the physical world got to get caught up with it.
That's why it's speeding up.
Yeah.
Fast forward.
1.5 on YouTube, yeah.
Let's get to the good part.
Yeah.
I got another one for you. And going to Elder Z point, 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 5. For this they willingly are ignorant of, that by the word of the Most High the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water, whereby the world that then was, being overflowed with water, perished.
And like me and the Quan and Yash, but I was going to it. You know how scientists, they connect, and I'm not saying this is what it is, but scientists always connect that Atlantis, the myth of Atlantis, was the world before the flood. And that they speculate, they call it the antediluvian world.
Yeah, because the Lord he flooded the old world. That's how you get the whole, myth or concept of Earth being, or this civilization being underwater.
Yeah.
The Lord flooded that civilization.
Because Christianity, it downplays Genesis, like Adam and Eve was in a garden, when really it was a kingdom on earth.
But all nations have a story of the flood.
Of the flood, that
You
pre-flood life, yeah.
And then a question too, what disconnected the puzzle? Meaning the concept of Pangea.
Yeah,
I got it.
yeah, well,
Can I get that for you?
Let's
I got
go.
it right here. Because you were going into it, how it was one great continent, and I watched a documentary. I can't remember the name of it, but they were going into how the flood is actually proven. Like your scientists that went.
Yeah.
It says the young Earth creationist models suggest. Well, I just typed in Pangea split during the flood, because that's what they were saying during the actual the documentary, that the scientists was actually backing up that the flood actually did take place. They said young Earth creationist model suggests that the supercontinent Pangea broke rapidly, And what they were saying was, when you have an earthquake, usually it's small shifts, when they rub together. But when the Pangea happened, it actually coincides with the flood because it all happened drastically very fast.
Yep. Well, what Fisher was saying.
Meaning that everything split. It split quick, and usually when they was testing the rocks, they were saying that the levels from where the water went, it went up miles and miles high fast. Meaning that there wasn't no drastic increase. They call them water increase. The levels of the water, like the sea level. I guess that's what you could say. The levels of the water, it didn't increase slowly. Like it went miles high, like very fast within a matter of like minutes to seconds almost.
You know another thing they noticed? That the fossils within the layers, within the soil, they was all together. So the fish fossils was there with the bigger animal fossils. So that means that they all died at once.
They died at the same level.
Because they all existed in the same wave length. They all existed in the same layers. So that means they all, like the fossil fuel. Fossil fuel creates oil. But like, how did all these animals create oil at one time, so to speak?
Yeah, the water was like a big grave,
Yeah,
a massive grave.
But that's why it's called the first death.
They did have that point in there, 'cause like you said, it was fish there, like it was people, it was different beasts of the land, like all of them was there together, meaning that they all existed in one like habitation together when they died, and especially for fish, beasts and humans all die in the same spot. Like we can't breathe on the water yet. You know what I'm saying? So what else did they tell you?
It was a mass death, which was, that mean the flood was instant. And like I said, in science you had the word fossil fuel and all that.
Yeah.
How did all these animals pile up on top of each other at one time to create the fuel, to create the oil? So, like I said, it's that mass flood. And the reason why I brought this out is because this was a do-over. The first death was a do-over as a result of what? Behavior.
Yeah.
Can somebody, if I can start real quick, give us Genesis 6? This is the result of behavior from humankind. Not just the sons of God. Humans have to behave a certain way on the planet Earth. So now we're going to the second do-over. This is what we're about to experience is called the second death.
Oh, wow.
And like the elder brother, our one, he would always say the reason why when the Most High created brought rain on the earth and the water looked like a drop, then they make a splash, that's a foreshadow of how the second death is going to ensue. So that was the flood was a do-over as a result of behavior.
The first reset.
The first reset. And it was so grand that we're like, whoa, wait a minute. That's what caused the split of Pangea? That's what caused fossil fuel? That's what caused the Grand Canyon was once filled with water? You know? They speculated that the Antarctica was once a green paradise? Come on, man.
Well, because it was so high up that Noah had to send a bird out.
Yeah.
And that bird kept coming, he knew like shit.
Yeah.
It was nothing, there was no land. You know, but once that bird flew out and never came back, okay, I can fucking come out.
Yeah.
And it was after how many days? It took, 40 days for it to subside? But it rained for 40 days?
Yeah, it rained for 40.
It took months. Yeah.
150 days for it to subside.
150 days? Well, it took 150 for it to subside? Come on, man. But let's go with the scriptures.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
And that's why the ocean's so beautiful, though. He made it that way, though.
Yeah.
That's why the ocean never
It never passes boundaries, so
It never passed it, though. But I think, like I said, I don't think the Lord had to do that, though. He had to. He had to bring that heat.
Father, man.
He had to bring that heat. Everybody died.
And I don't know, you know, and it only makes sense how the flood was so great because, you know, when you in the country, you would be driving down a dirt road, but if you look to your left and right, the hills are like fucking 40 feet high. You driving like a fucking terrain, man, like just a land mass that's low as hell. But it's like if it was underwater, it'd just be one of them terrains, fish swimming through, where, you know what I'm saying, the land is high and shit, but then the machines go dig them dirt roads, man, and make them that low You know what I'm saying? Where the size was high as hell.
Well, you know what? The delta is called the flatland because of the flood that happened in the 20s.
Come.
The delta, you know, they call delta the flatland. They'll call the Jackson area the hills.
Yep.
I got grandparents, but the delta was flat because of the floods.
It's called the Days of Noah. It's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
4-part
that's
series.
all good. Hey, yeah, good.
Hey, can I bring this out real quick?
Good, bro.
And this real quick, Genesis 7:23 NLT. The Most High wiped out every living thing on the earth, people, livestock, small animals that scurry along the ground, and the birds of the sky, all were destroyed. The only people who survived were Noah and those with him in the boat. And that's the point. And the flood waters covered the earth 150 days. So it was 150, not.
Yeah, the water for the correction.
Yeah,
But it was so massive though that even aquatic beings got judged too.
Right.
You know, but showing you, like the elder said, that was the first reset. Which thing about this second one, like I say in Habakkuk, with the Lord displeased against the rivers, like it's gonna be it's a repeat, but this time it's with fire, man.
That's 5 months.
The Lord cold, man. Fish died in the water.
150.
Yeah, it's
Power.
Power. And that's why the Most High took down Egypt. I'm displaying my power. Like, don't you people get it?
That's
Right.
cold.
I am. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The Lord, He kept fish in the water.
Yeah,
Lord,
because I mean, I'm, it's not my expertise, but the water has to be a certain way for the ecosystem to thrive.
yeah.
So just imagine you bombarding their ecosystem with dead, like floating animal debris, all that stuff. The oxygen is thrown off in the water, all that, man.
Bro, shit. That was saying about the bounds.
Yeah.
The Lord made everything so briefly. Man, like y'all like the ocean.
Yeah.
Y'all ever ran the ocean, y'all? It does, but it doesn't ever pass the situation. The only time it passes situation like a tsunami. That's it.
If the Lord say so,
If the Lord say so.
He say He set that boundary that they cannot pass. So only way it's gonna pass,
Right.
he made
That's it
it.
though.
Yeah.
Because it ran the water, but it don't ever pass that certain boundary.
Because
it,
then the Most High, so finish what you're saying.
no.
Then the Most High created a satellite. The Most High created a satellite to create that equilibrium in the ocean, to create that balance in the ocean. The moon.
Yeah,
The moon keeps everything.
it does.
You know.
Yeah, come.
You had something.
I got this second interview.
Yeah, you get it, cause through spirit we saying all this to say, and there's a little, you know, we just go in the spirit, you know, but pretty much we saying all this to say, now we coming up into the final exam, man, you know, and after that final exam, the Heavenly Father is gonna bring that grand judgment, cause if you thought the flood was bad, well, wait till you see this, you know, but we have to pass that final exam, so we not caught up in this, man, you know, you got it, bro.
This is 2 Corinthians 5, starting at verse 1. It says, nevertheless, as coming the token
Concerning, it just say it different right there, but it's the word concerning.
words.
Yeah, it's worded differently in the app, but it says it's concerning the tokens.
Oh, okay, come. Nevertheless, as concerning the tokens, behold, the days shall come that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in a great number.
Taken by what? Mass deception, and also mass death. The majority of people they gonna fail the test. Just to, go back to your prior point, because the point of this live stream mainly, but a lot of edification is coming out as well. It's full circle. But basically, people that dwell on the earth gonna be taken in a great number. They not gonna pass it, man.
I got a quick precept. So, 2 Ezra 7:43. But the day of doom shall be the end of this time and the beginning of the immortality for to come, wherein corruption is past. And if I may go into the point, because we're at the final exam, right? When everything started in the garden with the instruction to Adam to, don't eat off the tree of knowledge of good and evil. So ever since he ate off the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, he had to go through the demonstration. So ultimately, it's beyond even Esau leaving power. This is the end of the demonstration. So now, because Adam has the experience of knowledge of good and evil, and the ultimate demonstration was America. But from the time of the garden to now, the earth has been under the demonstration of wickedness. And now we're at the end, so it's beyond even Esau getting kicked out of power.
That's it, bro.
This is the end of wickedness.
Yeah, because when you go, it goes into like you read the day of doom.
Right.
Doom is judgment.
It's the missiles.
It's the missiles.
Because the first split of times was the flood.
Mm-hmm.
Now the second split of times is the missiles.
And the consequences of not passing that test is death.
Mm-hmm.
And then those who pass the test, salvation is the consequence. That's the reward.
If I may add, just too, the reason why it's the beginning of immortality, because that was the original intent in the garden.
That's right.
Yeah, now everything's about to start over, it's about to reset and go to where it was originally supposed to have been in the first place.
Can I get a real quick one for you?
Let's go.
Baba Shah. Second Ezra chapter 2 and verse 10. Thus saith Yahweh Bashim Shah unto Esdras, tell my people that I will give them the kingdom of Jerusalem, which I would have given unto Israel.
Yeah.
It would have been given.
It was the first layout was that the was called the sons of God, and the earth was created for us, but we effed up. Listen to that serpent.
But then we would have never been in God, true God status too.
Cause you gotta know the good and
You
evil.
gotta know good and evil have, adequate or accurate judgment.
So, I mean, the grand scheme.
The grand scheme.
Yahweh Bahashim Shai has always had a grand scheme. Because in Revelation 4:11, it said, I've done these things for my pleasure. So this is his theater. This is how he raising his boys up. This is how he deal with his sons in his movie. You go ahead, bro.
No, just put me in the mind of Predestination. It was a movie.
Yeah.
But it was a crazy ass movie, but it was a good movie. But this guy, his end was always his beginning. So his life, his cycle of life it would never end, but it always end the same way. And it always begin the same way. But it never ended. You should watch the movie. It's a crazy ass movie, but it's a good movie.
I think you go into a lot too where we be having conversations about how it makes us better rulers going through. You know, we're going through because we've seen both sides. We know the consequences of when being a mole don't go when it goes unchecked. You know, when women can be harlots and that go unchecked. We know the consequences of all that. So we are that number. When we get in that position, then we know, hell no, we can't let this shit go ahead. We gotta take this shit right now.
We on Adam and the sons of God, they was unrefined in the beginning. You know, they was never tested. So now we just been refined through all these captivities, just been a refinement. Each captivity just been refining us, making us more and more precious. We didn't have no substance in the garden. You know, that's how we was able to be deceived when we had no substance.
Yeah, because it says they were naked and they were not ashamed. Basically, they was naive.
Yeah.
Why? Because they didn't have the knowledge of evil yet. All they knew was good. But like you said, it's the point we need that to have that balance. You know,
because the serpent knew was the point. Because he told Eve, he gave her a half truth, which he said, like, if you know good and evil, you'll be as gods. But also on the back end, you won't die.
Right.
But we died anyway.
It shows you how wicked this place is going to be. Because when you read Deuteronomy 20th chapter, 1 through 15, short list of what we have to do just to, be good. But this place is going to be so wicked when you read from 15 down 6 to 8. Look at the chastisement and the beatings we're going to have to go through for not obeying. So this place is so wicked and corrupt that the Lord is going to have to take it extra just to get us right, man.
And I'm going to say this, and that's a heavy point, because really them curses really fell around that 70 AD time frame. When you think about it, majority of that is talked about, initiated around 70 AD, because we've been through captivity, but it really just started sticking around that 70 AD time.
When the Romans took over Jerusalem.
Yes, sir.
When the Romans took over Jerusalem.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just back on the priest out now, he made a good point. This Proverbs 28:2 NLT, where there is moral rights within a nation, its government topples easily. But wise and knowledgeable leaders bring stability.
And what made the elect wise and knowledgeable? Because the elect was called the sons of God in the beginning. What made us not more knowledgeable and wise? Experience. Because a lack of experience creates curiosity. And curiosity killed the cat. You know, curiosity put us, it had us infatuated with Canaanite rituals. It was infatuated with witchcraft because we didn't know the outcome of doing it. So the Most High gave us demonstrations through these different kingdom captivities, man.
Now compare us right now to back then.
Yes.
Fuck that shit, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's the first thing that come to your mind. Nah, hell no.
Yeah, it took reincarnation after reincarnation to get it. You know, because to quote Elder Canuck, you know, brother from out there in from the Bay Area, as he had mentioned before, you can't be made perfect in one lifetime, man.
Yeah.
So we had to keep coming back. You know, you see me, bro. All right, let's finish that with the point. All right, it's 2 Ezra chapter 2, verse 11. Their glory also will I take unto me, and give these the everlasting tabernacles which I had prepared for them.
Them everlasting tabernacles is what? Those bodies. Which you have, we said, which I have prepared for them in the beginning.
Yeah, kind.
We had to earn them through these coronations. It's just like when you play a video game. How many times you gotta die to learn the game?
Yeah.
But you get further each time. Each time you learn it, but you die in the process.
Even, I'm sorry.
No, you got it.
Even certain diets.
Yep.
You first try a certain diet, you don't last 30 days. It's because it's like foreign to your psyche, eating a certain way.
30 minutes.
30 minutes. Yeah. 30. But then you'll fail, you'll relapse to the standard American, you'll go back to it. But every time you go back to it, you learn something new, you learn how to tweak it, your mental muscle is stronger to stay in it.
And then you get so far in that new diet that's better for you, you don't want to put that bad shit back in. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're like, hell no, because you didn't got so far into it.
So you get, but the beautiful part is you keep getting humbled down.
Yeah.
You keep getting humbled down. Most I had to humble Adam. He did it through Adam, King Solomon. You know, he just humbled down. But same thing.
And we're going through we're going through the Adam experience.
Yeah.
This is the Adam experience, bro.
Because one thing about us is, Jake, because the Most High made us superior. So we always had ability, but we didn't have humility.
Yeah.
So this is what the Lord was instilling in us, humility, because there's no doubt we got ability as a people. You know, that's why Jake at his lowest state is still the center of attention. But the Most High wanted to instill that humility in his sons, like you said. He had to keep putting that humility. That's why the transatlantic slave trade was so humiliating. This was a global humiliation. Look how we got done as a people. And that's why we're not respected now. On the world stage, Jake ain't respected. So that's what's supposed to have been the humbling process, because we got ability, but we just lack humility.
Yeah, that's what they say, Hosea, how the Most High ain't gonna come till we acknowledge our offense. Part of acknowledgement is, it's humility.
And that's what another thing I said, the nation I desire. But they hate us.
But he put the spirit on them to hate us. Yeah. It's all spiritual. They just robots. Esau is a robot on the left hand. He just, what's it? Oh, Assyrian, the rod of my anger. Esau just a robot. That's why you can't control the fact that he hates you.
Yeah.
You can't make him not hate you.
Yeah.
Because he's just doing the will of Yahweh Bahashim Shai. He's the warden.
And the biblical curses upon the Israelites is nothing but a gigantic humiliation ritual.
Yes.
That's all it is.
Your woman a hoe, the kid don't trust you, all the curses. You broke.
Home broke.
Like you a certain age and it's broke, that shit hurt. You know what I mean? You a certain as a man, you a certain age, but it said curse be that basket in our store. Hey, everybody was excited that you opened up a business, then it went out of business. Curse be that basket in our store, you know what I mean? You know, your whole family was excited about it and shit. Yeah.
So at no point, like when we see it in the kingdom, one thing that's off, we like, hell no. We gonna check it right there and enough. You know what I'm saying?
And that's real leadership.
And with everything, brother, they say the curses when it comes to Israel, but yet and still, who is the most imitated? Who do they want to be like? They still want to be Jake, man. They still want to be Israel.
They out there juking in Russia. Memphis juking. They out there juking. Memphis juking. They out there doing that in Russia, man. You know?
You know what I'm saying? Like you saying, but they hate shit us, but it won't be like us.
They want to be.
But
They hate us.
But you know what's so? Hey, we open up this book and the Spirit allows us to come out. It is a prison sentence.
Yeah.
And it all goes back to the scriptures.
Will yet this day in our captivity?
Yeah. That's why you got to get along. Like you, when you think about it, if you know you're the lion of the earth, the ruler of the earth, you walking in Esau's bank to get a loan. That's humiliating. Yeah. It's a woman at the desk. That's humiliating. You know, it's a woman in HR. That's humiliating. You working for Esau. That's humiliating.
Yeah. I ask you where the bathroom is.
Yeah.
The application go in the begging. fill out an application, like you begging, or whatever you fill it out.
Then they turn you down. That's humiliating. Like, damn, man. You get rejected. You know what I mean? You try to pull out a cash out card, don't accept it. You know what I mean? That's humiliating. You know what I mean? Go ahead, bro.
I got precept, y'all. It's Deuteronomy 28 and 44. He should lean into thee, and thou shalt not lean into him.
That's the. Don't you understand? Somebody that's inferior to you in the pecking order of humans is lending to you. Why is there an Arab, a so-called Arab in your hood? Why is there a so-called, but you don't see that layout in the suburbs? He should lend. Even you go on there to cash your check and they tax you with them little Arab stores to cash your check. Esau is lending.
And then you can equate that also to the parable of Lazarus.
Yeah.
Y'all should come and lick
Y'all
your
lick
wounds.
sores.
Yeah, lick those sores and benefit from the curse.
Because Esau knocked your ass out, but the other nations are licking your sores. All right?
Come, so back over. In Deuteronomy 28 and 44, he should lean into thee, and thou shalt not lean to him.
Because you go into the law, the laws are set up for we to lend to the nations. You see? Though if you go into Leviticus, the 25th chapter, he gave us the layout on our headquarters. It was set up for the heathen to be amongst us. We giving those loans out, and we taxing their ass, man.
Guess who killed him though?
Yeah, huh?
Guess who done it though?
Who?
The Rothschilds.
Yeah. Yep.
He put them his sons and all them.
In different parts of the world.
Yeah, and bro, and they killed shit, bro. They murder shit, bro. And man, they do. And it's how the word run around because it through them. The word running through them.
Straight up. In every facet of existence.
It through them.
The pharmaceutical industry, the standard American diet, the school system. That's their school system.
It's their shit.
Like they said in one movie, 13 Sins, like these people, they're financial equivalent of gods. You know, and I say when you go into the Proverbs, will say just to land back you, the borrower is servant to the lender. You know, so everybody, you know, are in debt to the bankers, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it comes to a point like now, you know, because you in debt to them, because you're their slaves, now they want to put that digital all in you.
Right.
You know, they want to stamp us, man. You know, but you know, the elect and call like how about you shy, y'all not gonna take it, man.
Right.
You know.
And that just shows how crafty these devils are, because you already bring it out, Zaquan, about, I can't remember what Rothschild said, but they don't care who make the laws as long as they control the money.
Yeah.
So if you controlling the money, you can automatically control the laws.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because the world can't function without some kind of currency. So if you controlling the currency, you can control whoever are the law writers, the Senate, and all that kind of shit, man. So that's that craftiness of Esau, man. Hence, these elites, these bankers, the Rothschilds, Rockefeller, DuPont, they control how the system works.
It's a quote that it states, if money is God, then Rothschild is the prophet.
There you have it.
So and that's why the immaturity so valuable to them.
Yeah.
Because they can control you.
Yeah.
Total control.
It's all about control. The whole situation in the world is control. And people don't understand though. Like we talking at the gym yesterday. America is the problem.
Yep.
You know why America's problem? Them got guns. They got guns.
Americans are the problem.
It's a problem.
They
got the guns.
It's a problem to the bankers.
Yeah, because guess what? White folks.
It goes back to that plantation. The Confederates was a problem to the bankers.
Yes.
These Edomites in the South had too much
Wow.
power.
So basically, like from their standpoint, they're gonna get the most resistance here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what it is though.
Like a Texan. Edomite.
Going to that,
You know what I mean? Georgia, the Carolinas,
Mississippi.
They gonna bring the heat.
Because they're all anti-bank conservative, them deep far-right conservatives.
They gonna bring the heat.
They gonna bring the heat.
That's in the spirit, because the quote going into a live we did a few days ago about you going into the MOTB, about how other countries, like a lot of them already got it. It's just they know that over here in America they gonna get the most. You can go into it, bro. The most resistance. It was your video you had.
It's the monster that the elites created by giving
Yeah.
America all these liberties and freedoms, because they need to sell America as the model society. to what? Degenerate everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
But see, these other nations never got to enjoy the privileges of American citizens. With all this these gun rights, freedom of speech, freedom of ownership. So America has been pampered by the bankers, and now they gotta try to unspoil America, man. But they finna catch it. That's why it's gonna be so bloody in America, man. Which makes sense.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. But like in North Korea, South Korea, what? No guns. But they have no guns. Like he was with tons. But it's no guns. It's not no gun. You catch a gun, you dead though. But it's no guns nowhere. Over here, nigga got a line, nigga. Look, I seen yesterday, bro. Look, I walked behind some lady. Guess she had a gun. She had a gun here. A lady had a gun in a bag. So I'm saying she had a gun right here. So, and marriage a problem. So that's why it's gonna be so hard for people, hard for elites to get through though.
Yeah, well, to land back the Zaquan Yash, the point you had made,
Yeah.
we did the live. They're gonna have to do something drastic. It's gonna have to be like the next
Have
level.
to.
Like they gotta do something to where it's gonna change the society forever, man. You know?
Texas got a saying, man, that the Edomites say you can take my gun out my cold dead hands.
They gonna do it.
Yeah. So like you said, it's gonna be a lot of blood.
I know.
Cause they ain't trying to get that shit up easy.
You gotta understand something. These niggas got guns, but they ain't as equipped as the military.
That's right.
bro.
What does the scripture say? Go not against a man that's more powerful than you.
So, yeah.
Really going back to the bankers.
Yeah.
Bankers got militaries. They got armies.
But they got drones.
They got infrastructure. They
They got
control the
drones.
infrastructure. So even before the shootout, the blackouts gonna kill a lot of people. Like when they blacked this bitch out, because going back to leave the world behind, what's the first thing they did was cut communication.
Mm-hmm.
So you got it's too many people that depend on the grid. Only 1.8% of Americans are farmers. Everybody else, so they're gonna create it. They're gonna bring so much chaos to America to where people gonna purge themselves, and they're gonna get to the point they're gonna be on bending knee for that CL. But they gotta just go real hard, iron fist with America, man.
Like you said, you're going into like the military. Everybody has a gun, but not everybody has experience in tactics. You know, everybody can pull the trigger, but everybody know what to do in the case. But do you know how to effectively use what you got? Same with the scripture. Anybody can go buy a Bible, but do you have the ability to understand what's in it? Do you have the experience of the wisdom and knowledge? You know, that's from Yahweh Shema Shah, of course, to use that. So everybody, you can go and buy a gun, but do you know what to do in certain situations? Because every situation, you don't need to fire a gun. Because firing a gun can get you killed too.
Right.
Well, now I just say, them different training simulations. You have a lot of people that's doomsday prepping. It's not gonna pan out how you think. You know, and it's no law and the scriptures against a firearm. You know, certain brothers, have firearms. But at the end of the day, we know it's not gonna save us. You know, it's not gonna pan out the way you think. You know, the main thing is to have faith in Yahweh Shema Shah, because once they push that C up, your gun ain't gonna matter. Like, none of that's gonna matter. It's gonna matter. It's the Lord with you. Okay, and that's what we pushing through the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah. You know.
You got let's just say you got an $800 gun. Esau got an $8 billion F-16. You know what I'm saying?
But the infrastructure, before then, you gotta think it ain't just gonna be military. What about the pestilence? They gonna release some real deadly shit out there.
Because when me and Preacher just talking, these Southern Edomites, they can shoot some shit, but they out of shape. You know what I mean? They never live off the earth. Just like you got third world countries where these people, they know how to hunt animals and survive off the animals, and they weigh 130 pounds. They know the terrain. Have you ever seen the movie Lone Survivor? And they show, I think there was but I think there was in Elam territory, Afghanistan.
I think it was in Afghanistan.
But they showed a little teenager coming down that mountain like it was nothing. That's why America's getting their ass up overseas. Those are real warriors. Right. You see, American Edomites, they got the element of shooting, but do you really know how to survive off the terrain? You talking about pestilence, famine, then it's chaos. You see, it's not just knowing how to shoot, man. You know,
Yeah,
like
somebody go.
I'm
No,
sorry?
no, but I said he saw my grade go deep in his bag on the left hand side.
Yeah.
Cause what can these people really do? Like that sound cute and all, AR-15,
Yeah.
goddamn Draco.
He's right, it
What can
sound
you do with
cute.
these robots about to return to Terminator?
There we go, bro.
Like what type of technology there was in Venezuela? Some type of sound wave technology?
Freezing up.
Yeah, to make people freeze
They
like that.
stopped moving. They were walking. They stopped. And blood just started coming out their eyes and nose and shit.
That's my here like what was it? There's a second Black Panther where they had the sirens on there. Where they would attack them, they would come up and basically sing a little siren song and shit like that. Make niggas jump off in the water.
Yeah.
Everybody what you said. Like, damn, they had niggas just freezing.
Man,
It was
tough.
damn.
hey, just
Yeah. Well, y'all been holding. Can you bring something? Bring the precept
Oh
out.
no, spirit passed, but I'll just get it real quick. I'm holding Sirach 5 and because it was going way back into
Yeah.
just to back up Zaquan, Tazwan, Zahab. Going to 2:8, basically making no terror to turn into the Lord.
What's the precept?
5 and 7.
5 and 7.
Hey, this is, I'll read it for you. Ecclesiasticus 5 and 7. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in your security you shall be destroyed. This is right on time.
Yeah.
And perish in the day of vengeance.
So, basically, that our fixated spirit is dangerous, man. So yeah, man, because like going into how unexpected the flood was, hey, it's gonna be that unexpected when those missiles come, man. So it ain't gonna be. It's gonna be shit. Never panic, cause what can people do? So ain't that same. People gonna be in that same spirit when the Lord unleashed the waters, man.
And that's heavy because like the Lord's so amazing with it. We're speaking about the Quran, we're speaking about great tribulation, and ultimately the missiles. It's gonna be normal days. It's gonna be a normal day when the Lord do all that, man.
When peace and safety, when they should say peace and safety,
Sudden destruction.
sudden destruction shall come.
No
That's
brother
these
already
last
said
scriptures
9/11.
Yeah, brother.
9/11 was 9/11 was a
A
beautiful
sunny day. It was a Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
Sunny, beautiful day.
Allah got one, yeah.
This is Matthew chapter 24, starting from 37. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until that day of Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
Yeah, it's like,
also,
but nah, it just like the elder brother not to talk about from South Carolina be saying there is such thing as too late. Going back to the topic of this lesson, the final exam. Because you can't say the Quran and repent from that, man. And that's why we're so adamant on telling you what it is. It is what it is, and it is what it ain't, man.
Yeah.
It's the Quran that's it. You can't change what's already written.
Right.
Because the Lord said, okay, this is what it's going to be. When he showed it to Apostle John the Revelator, this is what it's going to be. He didn't see something else what y'all talking about, man.
Right.
People were literally getting marked with that, man. And that's why it is so important. Like, Elder Z, I would say through the Spirit, this is our last time we got to do this, man.
Right.
You
only got one time to do it right.
to do it right. Yeah.
You want to ask him, bro? You good? Want to ask more to him?
I'm good.
Okay. More precepts? Spot, you had something you said, bro? Pass.
Yeah, just back up Tyler's report he had made about the elites. This is from President Woodrow Wilson stated this in 1913 in The New Freedom. He said, since I enter politics, I have chiefly had men's views confided to me privately. Some of the biggest men in the U.S. in the field of commerce and manufacture are afraid of somebody or afraid of something. They know that there's a power somewhere so organized, so subtle, so watchful.
Hey, these are the fucking elite. And they commune with that spiritual wickedness in high places. They commune, start with Satan, trickling down to left-handed angels, man. Like this is how they get down. This is where their inspiration is coming from. It's coming from Satan. These motherfuckers ain't just creating this shit out of their own minds. They are inspired by Satan.
And they know it's a power that controls this universe.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
They know there's a Most High. See, a lot of you guys bugged out MFers, man. You agnostic or you atheist. You don't believe the Most High. The elite know it's the Most High.
Yeah.
And they trying to get prepared for him. They trying to prepare themselves for when you have shackle.
I might have chimed in late, but I thought that was referring to the Most High. It's not. It's about the elites. Okay,
But it's
okay.
elite.
Okay.
So,
Was
these
it
mo-
ran by the Most High?
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, ultimately, yeah, you're right though. You know what I'm saying? But hey, these niggas commune with Satan. Like they have empty chairs for Satan to come.
Hey, yo, they showed you the movie Manchurian Candidate. Go ahead.
Bro, the pentagram.
Wow.
Bro, they put a pentagram. Like when you seen ASAP Rocky, he was inside that pentagram because there's protection as he's communing with those left-handed angels, bro.
Just imagine the level the elites are.
And that exactly.
Yeah.
So that's like in every like field within this world, like job wise, like the higher you move up in the chain, you gotta be a part of that brother.
Got
So,
to.
you got to.
Yeah, yeah.
You gotta be a part. You gotta be a mason or
You
something.
got
like
it's
that.
a gatekeeper. Every
Exactly.
industry is a gatekeeper.
So that's what Woodrow was saying right here. Every sector in this world, from manufacturing, banking,
Yeah.
industrial,
Wow.
they
They got
gotta
it
be a
on
part
lock.
of it. Yeah.
And they all report to the Rothschild.
Ain't a lot of them laws are really pushed through the Pentagon. If I ain't mistaken, I think a lot of things are pushed through the Pentagon before they actually hit the floor.
Yeah,
No,
but
well, the laws go through the bankers.
yeah, but
See, the Pentagon just a muscle.
Yeah, it's a
they
muscle.
go enforce
Yeah.
the law.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, the Pentagon, that's why America known as the hammer of the earth. If you don't comply, then they bring that hammer, the muscle.
Right.
Yeah.
another thing too though, it's like another movies go through the Pentagon.
Yeah, certain movies. Not all
Certain
of them.
they
Pentagon got a budget for movies.
Yeah,
so
they
you
do.
see shit
Right.
like Top Gun.
Top Gun.
But then
Oh,
you'll
yeah.
wonder why it's always a Russian enemy.
Yep.
You know, every movie.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah, propaganda.
They control it.
Or North Korean
Yeah.
terrorists, or this is
programming.
yeah, that's because the
Yep.
Pentagon has a budget,
Yep.
and then certain movies, if you do any movie through the with military in it, you gotta go
Go
through
through them.
their criteria for it to come out.
That's right.
Because you gotta have certain propaganda in those movies.
Oh, and just
Yeah.
to back you up, in every movie that comes out, it has to be a Jewish person to look over the script and give you the approval.
Damn.
Real talk. Every fucking movie. Every movie. A small had these screenwriters presented to the small head. They'll look at it and then they'll give you the green light if it can be filmed or not.
That's why they hated what's my guy, the movie director, actor, Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
That B shit never came out.
Everybody like he going overseas now, like just do his films.
And guess why? Because Hollywood is so goddamn expensive. It's cheaper. He said it's cheaper to fly his whole crew to another country and film
Wow.
and pay them. Yeah. Well, I mean,
So it said they know there is a power somewhere so organized, so subtle, so watchful, so interlocked, so complete, so pervasive that they had better not speak above their breath when they speak.
and I hate to be corner. That's why that nigga Tupac said these motherfuckers putting hits on presidents. I ain't lying.
Get your ass right.
Yeah, they control everything, man.
So he said that they have better not speak above their breath when they speak in condemnation of it.
And the reason why it sounds like the Most High, because the Most High has gave them that power to be God-like in their setup.
The gods of this
The
world.
gods of this world, man.
That's right.
So now you can equate that scripture to what? Romans the 13th chapter, Job 9:24.
Go.
And the earth was given into the hands of the wicked.
Wicked.
And they literally own the entire planet Earth. If you want to strictly speak upon Babylon the Great, which is America, they literally own this land mass. And they're not going to work as being a president or the king of it or the CEO of it. They're going to put in individuals to run it for them.
They're puppets.
They're puppets. And that's what people don't understand. And that's why, within this truth, within these last days, people been talking about the Illuminati and things of that nature. But that's really the true incorporation of these elites and their establishment in controlling Babylon the Great. But the Most High has been revealing them over and over and over and over again.
And the beauty of it, now we're at the final end of your blessing, man. Of Esau's blessing. That's really what this is,
And he started to look foolish too.
Yeah.
Like Esau scrambling, like
Yeah.
the Lord been with him, and propped this nigga up, but now you see the Lord leaving this nigga.
Mhm.
And that's why this shit getting tacky, man. You know, and that's why you see that Esau ain't moving with the confidence he used to move with at one time. Cause the young E, he would have been in Iran, but that nigga dragging his feet now. I ain't never known Esau, goddamn it, the whole look. When he got you, he in that bitch.
You know what makes sense to me?
Yeah,
Them left-handed angels are taking their time in correspondence.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? They probably taking their time to show up.
Yeah,
But
but
the
them,
motherfuckers summon them up and they ain't coming.
and the scriptures say that they counsel shall be food.
That's what I'm thinking about.
They counsel shall be food.
Well, you know that brother had a vision, but the brother had a vision that it was chaotic amongst the elites, and they was trying to sacrifice. It was, you know what I mean, trying to consult the demon.
Already Nasai,
It was
Nasai, his wife.
Yeah, summing up Baphomet. He wasn't answering.
Yeah.
You know.
I got a precept real quick.
Kings,
This is Isaiah 19 and 12 in the NLT. It said, "Where are your wise counselors, Pharaoh? Let them tell you what God plans, what the Lord of heaven army is going to do to Egypt."
The witches and warlocks can't commune if that deity taking his ass. I mean, if he's taking his time getting back and forth.
right?
This motherfucker say he's gonna be here at 10 o'clock.
Hey, well, what does the Most High say? What did the Most High say? Who should be a lion spirit to Ahab?
Yeah.
You know.
Was it Elijah when he called on they was the 50 500?
Baal.
Yeah, but he what is he on vacation?
Yeah.
Where that nigga at?
And I'm gonna say this before we close it out too, because you made a beautiful point with Elijah. Who is Elijah coming back?
I was good.
And who kicked off this
I was good.
rebellion? You know.
And confounding the prophets Baal.
Yeah.
And that's a beautiful thing too. The Most High lifted Esau up, but now we get to see this nigga fall. Cause Esau gonna be embarrassed on his way out. The elites, they gonna be embarrassed on their way out for playing this game like they are the Most High.
Yeah.
The Most High finna embarrass these niggas, man. And that's why they moving so foolish. Cause the closer we get to this nigga, you look at him, it's like, this nigga don't got it. Like, you look at this nigga, and cause even with all the technology he got, it was really Jake. They really made this shit great, but the Lord propped this nigga up so high on the left hand side and gave this nigga so much intel on the left that this nigga has been ahead generations. You see?
I heard the one of the elders break this down years ago, how like within these shall all the nations be blessed.
Yep.
And we know what that means. And I heard him also say like how we buy their clothing and we wear their designer. It's like them having us in their kingdom. The actual heathen got blessed like that.
Yeah.
On the flip side,
Cause
you know?
Jake, the elites have the superior people in their kingdom. Cause even look at how did Esau get in space? That was Eve. That was Katherine Johnson.
Yep.
And she ain't come up, it was the Lord, but the Lord didn't use her to come up with them mathematics. Russia was running out on America.
Yeah.
It took Eve to get Esau in America.
Cause
GPS, that took Eve.
Jake is the battery.
Yeah.
Think about the Babylonian Empire.
Yeah.
They always get the
yeah.
wise men of Jacob
Yeah.
to help them build their infrastructure.
But no, they like Joseph. Joseph fed, you know what I'm saying? They like we gonna do this. The dreams, when Joseph dreamed. Yeah, think about it. Joseph sustained. They were done. So and they finished without us. They ain't shit though. So y'all know.
Yeah, but that was the closing. You know what I mean? Is there more to that?
Yeah, just one more. It said
Okay,
the
fine.
Lord has sent a spirit of foolishness on them, so all their suggestions are wrong. They cause Egypt to stagger like a drunk in his vomit. And so what we're seeing now is Esau. There was a time when he was just so far ahead and advanced. He was like, damn, this nigga a God on earth. But now the Lord is unraveling this nigga, man. Because now he got so much shit going on, it's colliding into each other. And then the elites are divided. These Esau always fought over every empire he had. The Greeks fought over their empire. The Romans fought over their empire. The French, the Spanish. Every Edomite empire always imploded from within because these niggas got too much ambition. So this new world order, that's why the closer we get to the sea hill, the closer we get to the war. And that nigga do not want to go through that door.
And if I may say this too, he caught between two straits.
Yeah.
Cause he got Iran, Russia, Korea, but then he got the Most High.
Yeah.
So because he could have been got us, he could have been got the man of the Lord. So it's like, damn. He see the chariots come. He know about this extraterrestrial interference through his king. They fucking with him. The Most High fucking with him through his military. Just imagine you in the military, you're in the fucking Navy, in a submarine, and a chariot swim past you, like you gonna go past your submarine, or you seeing the chariot. You work for NASA, you seeing the chariots.
Yeah.
So you got to navigate through the Most High. The witches know the prophecies.
Yep.
The witches telling them like you can't do that. So you got to navigate through the Most High and your own earth enemies. Your Russia, come on, man.
And then they trying not to do what the prophets say they gonna do.
Yeah.
These niggas got Esau and straight. The Most High got this nigga checkmated, and you can tell that nigga on that pivot foot, and he really don't know how to go with this shit. Like the Most High got that nigga, man.
I got one.
I was watching.
Go ahead.
I was watching that last night, bro. I was watching the documentary. Now you go into the news and everything. So I was listening to basically, long story short, they were saying how Trump, like you said, the Lord got him checkmated. Trump at a point where he got to go to war with Iran, and it's a $300 billion minimum, and it's gonna crash the economy if he do. And it's like it's a 98% chance that he gonna do the authorization to go to war, or he gotta sit there and look like a pussyfoot, meaning that
It's 100% chance.
Yeah,
got to
we
go
know,
to war,
yeah,
y'all.
we know that.
And Apostle Hart made a point too, cause like right now he's very unpopular, and brothers like putting like the numbers out there and stuff, but basically, that's the reason why he gonna go to war, cause like now like he looking bad, bro.
Is that he gotta do that, or he gotta look real weak, and then somebody with midterm election and all that shit. But the point is, they're bagging up how the Lord got a checkmate. We know Trump's spirit. You know, he not gonna sit there and look. He not gonna want to look weak. He not gonna humble himself. So the Lord got a checkmate. Well, that nigga just gonna have to go on here and do what he
And when Nero blamed the burning of Rome on the Christians, which are Israelites, he was very unpopular when he did it, man. You know what I'm saying?
And he eventually offed himself. So don't be surprised. But if we know he's a cruel Lord in Isaiah the 19th chapter, but like Apostle Hart said, if somebody did come behind him, he's gonna be worse.
Yeah.
You know, if that do happen. And this is Joel 20:22. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come on him.
Hey, that's the word straits. He doesn't have a direction to go. If I do this, then this. If I go, I'm back in this corner. But anybody here in closing points? Hey, with that, we're gonna bring this to a closing. We want to give out honor and glory to. We also want to give double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone who are well. Peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David the elect. Above all, shalom.